Have you ever felt afraid of missing out on your friends' activities? Or have you ever had a hard time to say no just because you didn't want to lose your friends or you didn't want to lose your opportunity? Well, that is just FOMO. And today I'm here not to tell you about how to avoid that. Instead, I'm here to tell you about how you achieve balance between your external connections and your internal focus so you won't lose yourself or you won't lose your friends. I am Uzriel Mardika. I am an undergraduate student from Universitas Pajajaran, an ISMA awardee, a former delegation for Jordan in Asian African Conference Model. And over the next few minutes, I'm going to share you this knowledge about how to achieve balance between your external connections and your internal focus. Okay, so FOMO, fear of missing out, is not about missing out on events. It's about believing that those events hold more value than what you are working with yourself with. You might think that if I miss this event, I might miss a lot of things. Well, that was me 2 years ago. And guess what did those yeses bring me to? Nothing. So to break this cycle, you must realize that true success is built on focused effort and balanced effort, not social visibility. And I might regret some of those yeses that I gave to people. However, the path to maximize your potential is not by saying no to every invitation, but it's by deciding which noise you should listen to and which noise you should not listen to. It's about intentional integration, not isolation. Because yes, we need to connect with people, but we must use when do we connect, where do we connect, why do we connect, and who do we connect with. That is the key. And for balancing your internal and external connections, first you must treat your internal focus as your non-negotiable priority, and second, you must treat your external engagement as your strategic choice. For example, I want to be a diplomat. So for internal focus, I might want to deepen my knowledge about the world. I might want to join some debate competition or do some internships, etc. That is what I'm going to do for my internal focus. And for my external focus, I might want to join some international networking activities or just collab with people. But here the point. The point for balance is not about splitting your time 50-50. It's about letting your internal focus dictate the quality and the quantity of your external involvement. So stop being a people pleaser, start being a people valuer. That is a far more healthy foundation for any relationship or opportunities. That this shift in our lives leads us to this final step and most rewarding insights. Remember what your parents used to say back then? If you chase two rabbits at once, you'll catch neither. That is the point of something called FOMO, or the joy of missing out. When you stop chasing the crowd and start focusing on yourself, you will become a magnet for the right opportunities, because focus creates mastery and mastery creates value. Think about it. If you were a recruiter, who would you rather hire? Person A, someone who involved in 10 different projects. Person B, someone who involved only in 2 projects, but this person actually specialized in them. The person you might want is the second person, right? So my point is, when you focus on yourself, you will elevate your value. As motivational speaker Jim Rohn said, success is not something that you pursue, it's something that you attract by the person you become. That idea, that success is an attraction, is the last piece to the puzzle. So to close this speech out, I'm going to do a brief recap of what we have covered today. First, every yes to distraction is almost a no to every work for yourself. And finally, and the second step, both internal and external connections are very, very important. But balance comes from intentional integration, not isolation. And the third step, the final one, focus effort transforms us into an opportunity magnet, someone who naturally attracts success. That is all. So I want to give you a little challenge for tomorrow. Start with something small, just 1 hour for yourself, for your growth, to deepen your knowledge. Just one no distraction hour. And I promise you, by doing that every day, you will eventually find this truth, that the greatest opportunity is already within you. I am Uzriel Mardika, and I hope today you start saying yes to yourself. Thank you very much.